Raja, senior leader of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Mr. H. Raja, if it violates the spirit of the constitution, shouldn't the special powers that have been bestowed upon the Waqf Board due to this act end? If not, then extend it to every other religious body, because clearly in this case, an individual, an entity or an organization does not stand chance if Waqf feels that it has a reason to believe that this particular piece of land belongs to them. They can go ahead and register them in their name.
You see, I agree that there is a need for revisiting the provisions of the 1995 Waqf Act. Since I have gone to that village yesterday and talked to all the villagers there, and also went to Sri Chandrasekhara Swami temple. See, the fact of the case is, this temple almost coincides with the birth of Islam. This was built by the great-grandfather of Rajaraja Chola. And as you have mentioned in the stone inscriptions itself, they say it goes up to Allur Canal. That is, the temple alone owns 400 acres land. And other than that, all the other communities, they are there, mostly 15,000 acres are there. That was what the people have told. How can it be a Waqf property? Because from yesterday onwards, I have been getting hundreds of petitions throughout the state of Tamil Nadu, Tondamuttur, Perundurai, Palladam, Coimbatore, Pollachi, and this Senji, Ranipet. From all these places, I have got the petitions because the CEO, Rafiullah of the Waqf Board, has informed all sub-registrar officers that this land belongs to us. But in one case, the sub-registrar officers has written back to him that you have not mentioned any landmark of the property you claim. Okay. There is no evidence also. Because as a lawyer, I know well that there are two main evidences one should have to transfer a property. That the registered deed in the sub-registrar office. Okay. Another is government records, Chitta, Adangal, Kata, all this. In case of conflict between the revenue records and the registered document, the registered document stands. And all the sub-registrars say that...
Raja, the root cause of all of this clearly is the concession that has been granted to the Waqf Board. Now, you may come up with these arguments, but the Waqf Board relies on the argument that it is exercising powers that have been granted to them by the special status. So, who will end that?
Yeah, see, I want to make a point clear to the viewers of your channel that how fraudulent and ridiculous the claim of the Waqf Board is. That in 2005, UP Waqf Board claimed Taj Mahal as their Waqf property against the ASI. Yes. Of course, yes, the Supreme Court has struck it down.
Yes, Mr. Raja, that's what you were just explaining to our viewers. Section 43 of the Waqf Act says that if the board has any reason to believe that any registered property belongs to them, they can initiate inquiry, they can call for registration. So like I said, the Waqf will rely on that argument that we have powers granted to us due to that particular act. Now, BJP has accused Stalin government of being hand in gloves, and having an anti-Hindu mindset. But certainly, the Stalin government can't end this.
Please allow me to speak. Is there any registered document with the Waqf Board with regard to Taj Mahal? No. Even without document, they are making claim. That is why here in Tiruchendurai also, without any shoot of evidence, they have made claim over the whole village. They don't have any evidence. That is why now I agree that there is need for revisiting the provisions of Waqf Act as amended by Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. The BJP will certainly appeal to the central government also to make a relook on the provisions which are against equality and even against secularism. And I would like to reveal you one more point. Even the Muslims, there are only 20-25 houses in Tiruchendurai. Even they say that whatever our hard-earned property will now become Waqf property. There is difference between a individual Muslim holding property and Waqf taking it over. So even they have told, we are with you. Even Akhtar Shah mosque, they say that mosque is being sought to be taken.
Mr. Raja,